All right, let's see. That's streaming. That's going. And that's operating. And Facebook, I think, is kicking on. And it is. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. My name is Commissar Hecht, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Sorry that I did not stream last night. Last night was Christmas Eve, and I had to get some stuff taken care of. So, um, had to make sure that was taken care of first. You guys are seeing kind of the old chat right now from when I streamed Total War. What is up? Thank you for the W. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You get a love. You get love. There you go. Oh, no, no, that's heartbreak. Love. There we go. There, you get love. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, yes. Um, so basically, where I wanted to do a quick well wishes for the holidays. I hope everyone enjoyed the holidays and whatnot. The house is still a disaster, so I'm only going to be streaming for a little bit, and I still got to pick up. But I have new, some new information. Yes, new information. Um, the holidays were very good to me. I had a very lovely Christmas, and I kind of want to go into what we're going to be doing for the rest of the um, kind of the rest of the new year, and then basically the rest of the time that I'm here in Misawa, unless we extend further. So, uh, first off, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season, whether you are religious or not, whether you celebrate uh, any of the facets of the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, um, whether it's Yule or Saturnalia, or if for some of you who celebrate more of the Imperial, more of the Warhammer 40K style of a holiday, Sanguinalia and Candlemas, whether you celebrate the solstice, whether you celebrate whatever it is you celebrate, or if you're an atheist like me and just celebrate the holidays because it's a nice the holidays in and of itself is like your turning point, right? It's the rebirth and the renewal of the year, or the ending of a year and the rebirth of a year, or rebirth or renewal of a new year, right? Um, So I hope everyone truly, 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 truly enjoyed the holidays. I feel your if you're seeing this a little later on in the stream, I wish nothing but um, uh, warmth, light, love, and happiness in the coming new year. And I hope whatever challenges you may face subside, and I hope whatever um, and if those challenges you face continue on in the new year, may you conquer them and be more successful and become a better person because of it. All right, so uh, now with that out of the way, let's get to let's snooze that real quick one. Let's get to the basically um, let's get to the what the Hecht household did. So we had our holiday. We had Christmas. The girls made out like bandits. Um, uh, uh, they got plenty of gifts from friends, family, and Brianna still believes in Santa. Morgan, she's getting to that age where I think she's smart enough to figure it out. So Brianna got plenty of gifts from Santa, and uh, you know, the missus got plenty of gifts, and then I was so justly deserved of a new war rig. So I got a brand new war rig for Christmas. It is a MSI Katana 15, and I'll show you the stats. I posted it a little bit on my socials, but I'll show you the stats right now. Look at how beefy that stat line is. Just absolutely fucking murderous. It's it's a beast. It's an absolute beast. Um, this sucker is uh, a miles step grade. Like it is an absolute uh, it is light years ahead of the rig that I've got now. Now, as far as the rig that I have, I'm still going to use it until I can set this one up and I have all the settings and whatnot from this rig ported onto that rig. So it might take me a day or two to set it up and get everything fine tuned and whatnot. But here's the best part. This rig is still very much in service. The old rig is still very much in service. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it. I'm going to pack it up, send it to a tech shop, whether I get it to the United States or whatever. Send it to a tech shop, have it refurbished, and have it serviced and maintenance cleaned and everything. Make sure that everything's running and it's testing and it still functions right. And then, um, what I might do, even though it's even though by now it's a few years older, right? I mean, this rig is old. This rig was top of the line back in 2018. So it's pushing. Let's see, it's pushing 5 years actually. No, it's pushing 6 years. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, yeah, 2024. It's pushing 6 years. This is a 6 year old computer. Um, So what I think I'm going to do is refurbish this, and because it's still functioning, I might give it to somebody. I haven't decided yet. Um, I haven't decided yet who I'm going to give it to. I think I'm going to give it to one of my friends who's like I mean yeah, and they have like new computers, but like computers and they could get new computers and whatnot, or maybe I'll just hold on to it and give it to somebody that wants to start streaming, and this is a good platform for to start streaming on. Um, Again, the tech is a little old, and this computer could probably I bought it back in when I first got to Japan back in 19. Um, I think I bought it for like 1,200 bucks. So this is like a damn near almost like if you want to call it depreciation in value. This is probably a six maybe $700 computer at most. Um, but I don't want to waste it. Um, and so um, so I really want to make sure that the person I give this to, they one, they take care of it because this sucker has served me fairly well, but two, like they actually use it. So I'll figure that part out. Um, but yeah, this is the new war rig. This is the new war rig. So well, let me just hold on. Snooze. This is the new war rig. So let me just so that's the new. This is the newest computer. and I'm going to set it up. It's like I said, it's probably going to take me tonight and tomorrow night to set it up and get it exactly the way I want. But yeah, um, but so that's that. I've gushed over my wife enough. That's that. Um, Now, kind of the streaming schedule. You are going to see a lot more of me um, in the coming days. Basically, I'm switching to a mids work cycle schedule, which means I have to stay up during the mid shift and then go to sleep during the day, which I am kind of not looking forward to. But hey, you pays your money, you takes your chances. That's kind of how the game goes. Um, so, uh, basically, the the goal is to stream almost every day that I am off because I got to stay up. I got to stay up. Hiya, Olympira. How are you? I have to stay up. I got to stay up. I hope your Christmas is lovely. Thank you for checking in. I know it's probably Christmas. It's Christmas over there right now in England. So happy Christmas. But yeah, I got to stay up for mid schedule. So um, the streaming is going to be more consistent. Uh, I can stream basically on the weekend. Oh Lord! I can basically stream on the weekend. Did you get married? I know you and Alex were dating. Did you actually pull the trigger? Yay! Congratulations! I know we haven't chatted in a hot minute. Congratulations! Oh, I'm so happy for you. Anyway, as I was saying, kind of the spur of the moment thing. Well, hey, love strikes at the spur of the moment. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, as I was saying, the only his mom and my parents know. Well, you certainly told me, and that's cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, basically, because I'm switching to mid schedule, I have to stay up at night, and so what I'm going to be doing is work on my days off throughout the work week, I have to stay up at night. I'm going to be basically seeing my kids in the evening and then staying up throughout the nighttime. Oh no! Oh no! Oh man, that's tiring. Um, so as I stay up, I go. My break week is Monday, Tuesday, and then I work Wednesday, Thursday, and then I work. Then I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then my work week is I get Wednesday, Thursday off, and that's it. Um, so that's the that's the new work schedule that I'm in for mid shift. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me during mid shift. So what I think I'm going to do is try and get not a set schedule. I know I'm going to be streaming those days. Plus, it's also winter. There's ain't nothing I can do during the nighttime at winter besides get me some food and maybe go to the gym and work out. And I do need to actually work out. So that's one of my New Year's resolutions is continue to lose weight. I've already lost a lot. I've already lost a decent amount. I need to continue to lose that weight, and stay down, and then continue to be a better NCO for my airmen. That's another resolution I have, and then grow the channel. Oh, and finish the piles of shame. Finishing the pile of shame, growing the channel, being a better NCO, being a better father. Snooze the ad for one more minute, or for 5 more minutes. Obviously be self improvement, right? Those are my resolutions. Um, you know, keeping the weight down, being a better father, well, being a better father first, being being a good NCO. Um, Actually, let me continue. Being a greater husband, being a greater father, being a greater NCO, keeping the weight down, working on my pile of shame, uh, growing the channel, being a good friend to all of you who watch the who watch the channel and all that stuff, and who watch me stream, being a good friend to all of you, continuing the charity work, all that stuff. I'd like to finish my bachelor's degree, but I think that's not in the cards this year because we are trying to PCS, and you really don't want to be taking college classes while you're moving. The goal is to leave Japan in June, but I don't see that. I don't know how certain that is. Um, but I am going to be taking some college classes. But yeah, and then really that's it. Um, you know, working working hard and continuing to work hard, continuing to persevere, continuing the goals I've set myself and challenging myself even further. Uh, so that's like my New Year's Eve stuff. But for the channel, for this particular channel, um, being consistent, right? So on the Monday and Tuesday I have off. When the girls are asleep, I'm going to come down here. We're going to stream. Again, I don't know what my rotation is going to be. Have no absolutely idea. Um, it might be the forest. It might be Total War Warhammer 2. It might be painting miniatures. It might be Baldur's Gate because I really want to go back into Baldur's Gate. Mainly because they've dropped a whole bunch of patches and now you can actually recruit everybody that you want to recruit. So yeah, there's that. Uh, Kind of sucks because I was like really getting towards the end of Act One. But yeah, like there's all that kind of stuff. There's all that kind of good stuff. Um, Trying to think of what else. What else? But yeah, so that's basically what I've got in mind. Um, so a quick recap. I hope everyone had a lovely holiday. I hope that whatever challenges you face this year, you've managed to overcome and surpass in the new, this year or in the new year, and you become better for it. I hope, I got a new war rig that will be up and running within the next like two to 3 days. I will be retiring this old war rig and have it serviced by competent tech priests, get it cleaned and maintained, and maybe give it to somebody who's interested in streaming and who can play some video games, not all, but some video games. And then um, uh, be a better parent, be a better husband, be a better NCO. Uh, main, keep the weight down. Um, Keep the weight down and maintain it, right? Uh, work on my piles of shame. Build the channels. We're 325. That's pretty damn good, and we're almost at 500 on YouTube. And then Kick, we got 10 followers, so that's a milestone in and of itself. And then Facebook, we still got 130 likes and 172 followers. That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. I am not gonna lie. And then on Instagram, really the we've got 93 followers, and you know people are liking the content that I'm putting out. So pretty damn good. I'm gonna have to say that. But anyway, um, and then on X, until it goes into the sun and explodes, we've got 719 followers. So we're growing where we need to grow. It's steady. It's increment. It's slow, but hey, it's there, right? And I hope that people do enjoy. the holidays, and I hope that people come back and enjoy uh, the the content I give. And yeah. Anyway, we're about to hit an ad, so I'll pause in about 20 seconds, and then I'll come back from the ad, and then we'll finish up. But yeah, um, seriously, I'm excited. I'm really excited um, about the upcoming new year. So, an ad break in 5 seconds. So I'm gonna go get some water real quick. No, you already got treats. You already got treats for Christmas. Oh man. All right. Sorry about that ad break, but yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Doing all right past that. I'm so glad you joined. I was about to end it, but I can talk to you for a little bit. Yeah. Um, I got a new war rig. I got a new war rig. It is very nice. The Mrs. Hecht got me. I should probably just keep it out of the box, but basically, there it is. There's the specs for the new computer, and it is very nice. Um, and the girls got everything that they wanted. Um, and uh, yes, yes. So as I was telling people, this particular war rig that I have, it's going to be retired gently. I'm going to have it serviced and cleaned when I get potentially to the States, or if I can get it serviced and cleaned here in Japan. Um, I can get it serviced and cleaned here, and then make sure that everything runs accordingly. And then once it's refurbished, I'll have it boxed up, and then I'll try and give it to somebody who is interested in streaming or wants games and whatnot. Now, this particular computer is fairly old. It's about 6 years old. So some of the newer um, some of the newer stats, right? Some of the newer games are not going to run as smoothly, uh, and it only has a 512 gigabyte thing. So any really big beefy game is going to eat up into it. Hell, Total War Warhammer, right? Let me take a look. Home. This PC. Yeah, Total War Warhammer almost takes up the entire uh, 279 gigabytes. So it's fairly large. Um, but it's still a great rig to start streaming on. I mean, I've got a couple of games on this computer. It's streaming software. It still runs. It's fairly organic. Um, it operates with a computer with like a good computer screen and whatnot. So like it's a fairly decent computer. But it's just old. It's almost 6 years. Because it was saying laptop best gaming brand back in 2018. That's when it came. That's when I think this system came out. The MSI GL 63 9sec series. So a fairly large, um, a fairly good computer. Just it's getting up in age. This particular computer that I've got is it's an MSI. It's a Katana. It's the same brand, and I think it's actually the same screen size. You know, I haven't booted it up yet, but yeah, I think it's the same. Hold on. Yeah, I'll be damned. I think it is the same screen size. Um, but yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. Oh, and it has a cool booster too. Ah ha ha ha! Even better. Even better. Um, but like I said, I gotta kick. I gotta. I don't. I haven't set it up just yet. Mainly because I gotta clean some space to set it up, and then make sure that everything that's on this computer gets over to this computer. Because like saved games, save files, all that stuff. Because I really do not want to have to restart uh, this whole process, particularly when it comes to some games. BRB gonna go steal some chocolate from my man. How was your Christmas, Bastet? Your gifts are coming from Japan, I promise. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were with a friend. Well, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully you won't be lonely anymore. I really do. You're a lovely person. We can celebrate together. Oh no. Yes, and Bastet, I believe. Hold on. I think you're in Discord. I want to say you're in Discord. You're not. I gotta fix that. I just sent you a message. So you can be in Discord. In the Discord, like in the actual Discord channel. And you're a veteran trooper. So yeah, as always, if you guys are interested, if for anyone who's actually interested in the Discord, you have to be a part of the community. Olympira and Bastet have been a part of the community for quite a lot while. Um, but yeah, I'm very much excited for uh, I'm very much excited for the new um, basically. Hell yeah, I have. Yes, you have. You have. You've been here. I think you. Oh God, where did we meet? I think we met on Twitter, similar to Bastet, and I think it was through art sharing, where we were just sharing art together. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Avella. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Bastet is still is a part of that Twitter sphere too. Twitter RP. Um, she's a good writer too. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. She's a really good writer. Uh, I think she's better than me at points. Um, and actually, that's one thing I would love to do is get a D&D game going because I meet so many good writers for role players, so many good characters and all that stuff. That no, you are. Don't be modest. You are. I'm working on a Tiefling OC. Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Actually, that's something that I think I posted. I think I posted on. Well, I posted it on my main Wild Sorcerer. However, ooh, that's a tough build right there. I posted it on my main Twitter, um, which is I showed all my D&D books that I've collected over the years. Let me share that real quick. Media. There it is. Bam. There's all my. That's the tweet that I was talking about all my D&D and Star Wars collections and all that stuff, plus Pathfinder. Yeah, that's all 3.5. Or sorry, that's all third. That yeah, all of that's 3.5. I don't know where all my third edition stuff is, but most of that's like 3.5 right there that you're looking at on the bottom shelf at least. And then Pathfinder is yeah, Pathfinder. I don't have bestiary. I think I'm missing bestiary 5, but most of Pathfinder I've got. But yeah, I'm fiending for D&D. Oh, you're in voice. Hello.
Yo,
I didn't know you were in voice. Because I think I was in recording.
probably. What's that?
Oh, I just wanted to say hi. See,
Okay.
seeing as you're, seeing as you're, seeing as you're watching me, watching you, sweet Caroline, pa pa pa.
Well, I'm watching you and one more person. I'm watching two of you.
Oh, okay.
I've got
Uh,
too many. I got enough screens to just go like, yeah, plop one up on one screen and the other on that one, and I still have my third one to just do whatever I do.
oh my God! I swear you're a chameleon. I swear. Your eyes. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, but you are. But yes. As I was saying, the yeah, all the books at the bottom
Mm.
are from 3.5. Um,
Mm.
that is so the monster manual, the player's handbook, the dungeon master's guide.
Mm.
Um, so those original three are from Greyhawk. Then Monster Manual 3, 4, and 5 were expansions to Greyhawk, but they also added some Faerun, and then I actually do have monsters of Faerun.
Mm.
And then uh, when they actually released the Forgotten Realms for 3.5, I collected all of those. I got Oriental Adventures. I never played it. And then
Okay.
I think I got Eberron. Yeah, the Eberron campaign setting,
Damn.
which introduced the Warforged.
Yeah.
Um, and then Savage Species was before they made Dragonkin. Like
Yeah.
and for those of you that don't know what Dragonkin are, Dragonkin were half dragons originally, but half dragons were like super powerful, so they toned them down to make them
Yeah.
Dragonkin.
They became
Um,
too overpowered too quickly, and
yeah.
it was stupid.
Um, but yeah,
Oh,
but
oh, oh, oh.
most of my collect that's where I got most of my stuff from was 3.5 was third edition
Yeah.
3.5 and I think most of these books were 97, 96, something around that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Um,
I got something for you.
oh, okay. Let me see.
You're looking on Discord, right?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Look where I went.
Oh, you didn't.
Warhammer World.
You didn't. Ah, I'm so
I did.
jealous.
I took some friends of mine that went and visited from Belgium. They came up for like a week, and I took them. I spent 2 hours in one room because that
Was it?
room
Was it?
changes color.
Was that the
Yeah.
display?
Mhm.
Was that the display room?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
you could lose yourself in there.
Not just that. The third room, there is a giant setup of a battlefield.
Yeah.
There is one of three assassins on that fucking field. If you find it, you can get an assassin for free, like the figure.
Ah, did you?
No, we were fucking
Oh.
three people spending like 2 or 3 hours in that one room, and we could just not find it.
uh,
Yeah, we ended up giving up and going into the tavern and getting hot cocoa. Because fuck that shit.
Bugman's. I actually have two mugs
Yeah.
from Bugsman's, and I had their beer. Their beer wasn't bad. I've had, I've definitely had better English brews.
Mm.
Um, so
You
if
have to,
you,
you have, if you get English beer, it has to be the lager because the lager is the best ones.
so I think you knew this. I lived in England from 10 to
Mm.
15.
Yeah.
And I was stationed at RAF Lakenheath. And like I said, I think you knew this. And my um, uh, the pub I would always go to, and it's still there, is the
Oh,
Eagle
hopefully.
in Cambridge, and
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
The Eagle is where all the American airmen used to
Mm.
go to back in World War One and Two.
Yeah.
And what kind of really touched my heart a little bit is there is a squadron patch of my father's old bomber command
Damn.
there, uh, and it's hanging up on the wall somewhere. Um,
Mm.
and on the top of the roof, you can see
Yeah.
people, or you could see what airmen used to do. They used to stand on or not the roof, but they used to stand on the pub tables and in the ceiling, and they used to take a candle and they would burn their squadron names
Yeah.
with the candle soot onto the ceiling. And it's a fantastic place to go to. Um, uh, and Caitlin and I would go. We would go to the Eagle frequently, but our actual pub that we would go to was called the Bull, and that was in
Mm.
Newmarket, which was right down the street from where we lived
Yeah.
in Soham. Uh, and we would go there, and it would just be um, a lovely pub. But yeah, I absolutely loved England in every bit, and I'm so jealous you got to go to Warhammer World. Ah, but anyway, um,
It's about a 20-minute walk from where I live, so
oh my God.
yeah, I live in the city of
Yeah, yeah, you
where it
live in
is.
Nottingham, yeah.
Mm.
Me and my buddy Donner and Stayrook Hobbs and Sarah Summers and Andrew Burton and Tom Burton and Bradley
I love it.
Berg and oh God, who else joined us? Anna Donner, or sorry, Anna Banda at the time, and Andrew Banda, and who else joined us? Someone else joined us. Richard Chevalier. There was one other. That we all would go down there every once in a while and play in the big apocalypse battles. And
Oh yeah.
we fought in the Battle of Cadia, or at least one of the many battles of Cadia. It was part of the 13th Black Crusade, and that was the first
Mm.
time Caitlin ever played. Like she collected, um, she collected Dark Angels when I think it was seventh edition came. Yeah, it was seventh edition that came out. She collected Dark Angels, and it was the Dark Vengeance box set. And the reason why she collected Dark Angels was because of the motorcycles. Um, she collected Dark Angels. She made a Raven Wing army, and with Terminators. And her first ever battle, after building and
Mm.
painting everything, after building and painting all the stuff, her first ever Warhammer 40k battle was not with her loving husband, although we did play a few games of that, and my guard just absolutely tap danced all over her units. Um,
Oh boy.
but it wasn't with her loving husband. No, it was the legendary battlefields. I think I actually still have the picture. Hold on. Let's see if I still have it. I think I have it on my Facebook. Hold on. It was the legendary battlefields. Um, yes, there it is. Copy image address. Let's see if you I can let's see if you can actually see it if I put it into the chat. There we go. I put it into the Twitch chat. Let's see if you can pull it up. If you can't, I'll
Yeah,
share
I
it.
can. I can.
Okay.
I can see the picture. I can see it.
Yeah, that was the legendary battlefields. There's Donner, John Hobbs, Caitlin, and that was the Imperium. That was the legendary Imperial victory at Cadia, and that was, I want to say, ooh, oh man, I think I made that in, I want to say that was like 2012. I want to say somewhere in that area. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed that immensely. You can see a lot of the pictures and whatnot on my social media at Commissar Hecht at Facebook. That's the official like gaming one,
Yeah.
or that's my Facebook. I also have Twitter and Instagram. Although my Instagram, I'm slowly getting that back up and going. um, but yeah, yeah, that's been my Oh, taken May of 2013. May of 2013. And
Yeah.
and that was taken May of 2013, and I enjoyed every second of that battlefield. And
I,
it was me, Hobbs, and Donner that were the imperial. We decided to be the de facto imperial commanders for the Imperium. My guardsmen um, held on to the imperial city. Uh, the I didn't have my camera at the time. I should have taken pictures. My wife and Hobbs's Ultramarines stayed or held the outskirts, and I can't remember what Donner brought. I think Donner brought no. Hobbs brought the Air Force, and then Donner brought the Ultramarines. So they held out the outskirts and whatnot. But yeah, it was definitely a hell of a fun game. But that was her first official game, and the rest is history. Um, she's played here and there, but ever since becoming a mom, really her focus has been on the kids, which my focus has been on too. But I have been working on my pile of shame, and I'm updating the Imperial Guard Army
yeah.
um,
Oh,
that I'm working
oh.
on. You have you played? Do you collect?
No, I got a lot of friends who like talked about it and introduced me a bit to it as well.
Do you, have you decided if you're going to collect?
I
Or
have decided to try it, but I can't promise that I'm gonna collect really because I got so many things going already.
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it's a fun game. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a lovely holiday. I'm glad you had a lovely holiday. And
Oh, yeah, lovely.
uh,
Sure.
well, yeah, okay, but
uh,
you know,
it's decent. It's been decent. Let's say.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I've been just doing my thing. And what else? Yeah, and then I'm switching to mid shift, so you'll actually see more of me. Um, you'll actually see more of me online.
Oh wow.
Now that I'm switching to mid shift.
Yeah. Well, that's good at least. Keep you
Yeah,
around.
yeah. It's I'll be uh I will be hopefully um hopefully I will be getting a a stream schedule down to where it's. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, but I definitely know that when I'm off on Wednesdays, it will be a Warhammer Wednesday, building models and all that stuff because
Yeah,
that's on brand.
yeah,
But
it is.
I don't know what else I'm going to do per se. Probably I don't know. Probably going to do. God, I can't think of
You,
it. I'm
you'll figure
thinking.
something out.
Well, yeah, I know. I'll figure something out. But I'm trying to. I would like. Actually, I know what I want to do. I would like to
Mm,
do maybe
yeah.
Baldur's Gate on Monday.
Oh, I'm just about to mud that actually.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate on Monday. Um, Tuesday will be probably Total War Warhammer.
Yeah.
And then if I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I got to stay up for the weekend a little bit. Like I got to stay up
Hmm.
Saturday at least,
Yeah.
and Sunday a little bit at least for because I got to see the girls,
Obviously.
and then maybe Sunday night
Hmm.
um, I'll stream. Oh, what do I want to stream? Probably Dark Tide. I'll probably do Dark Tide. Have you played Dark
Hmm.
Tide?
Nope.
Do you play? Oh, that you know what? That will get you into Warhammer. That like if you play Dark Tide or Vermintide or anything like that, that will definitely get you into Warhammer. And I think you will enjoy it a
I'm
lot
already
more.
neck deep into freaking Baldur's Gate.
True, true, true.
I'm trying to get back into D&D.
I'm mad because I got really far into Act One, and then they dropped the patch
Mm.
where you can recruit Menthara without being an absolute evil jackass.
Oh, you mean without having to fucking murder Spagurter? Yeah.
Yeah. Without having to be a murder
Mm-hmm.
hobo.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I was a murder hobo no matter what, though.
Oh no, no. Like if you like if like the one thing I will say about Baldur's Gate is that if you worshipped the absolute, it was on site. It was on site. It was with my whole chest.
I know. I've been absolutely fucking going for Astarion and Karlach. I absolutely love Karlach.
Oh, Karlak is like she is best girl. Um,
She is the Labrador of the group. She is.
I
Like,
well no no no
I don't
no.
care.
So here's the thing, right? My one of my D&D characters that I used to play a lot was so
Hmm.
I had two. You already know about Generod.
Hmm.
Um, but the other D&D character I used to play with, I had three characters I would rotate between: Generod, Thios Karg, and Arvis Kaiser.
Hmm.
Um, uh, um, Thios was a cleric paladin.
Hmm.
Um, he was a cleric. I initially leveled him as a cleric because the party did not have a cleric. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I
You
can
need
be.
one.
Yeah, we need one. So I guess I'll be a cleric of Palor, right? Right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
standard, bog standard.
Hmm.
Cleric of Palor, worship the sun, all hail the sun, yada yada yada.
You're
Um,
very typical one. Yeah.
yeah. And then I think it was the third or fourth party kill, or not party kill, but party death that
Hmm.
um, I was like, I approached my DM and I'm like, hey, man, like, obviously Thios is like struggling, doesn't understand why, even though he is trying so hard to like maintain and heal and like make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, people are still
Hmm.
dying around him. So I think I'm just gonna kind of push him in another direction. And so my DM and I talked about it. And originally he was going to go fighter. Um, because it was like he forsook his own, or he didn't forsake Paylor and all that stuff, but he and Paylor definitely weren't talking to each other at one point,
Hmm.
because basically it was like every mission that they well that the party would go on, someone would die, right? And normally it was because of bad rolls. It was just bad rolls. The
Yeah,
goblin would
yeah.
the goblin would critical, and then oh no, the wizard's down. You know, or someone would fail a survival check and eat the wrong mushroom and just up and die. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
The typical stuff,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah. So like, um, and the DM was trying to be fair. Like like every single time someone died, I tried to like run over and get them, or the party would be like, it would always happen when the party split up. I swear, it was like the worst run. It was like the worst run times of Scooby Doo. Let's split up, gang. Uh,
Oh God,
and
yeah.
and every single time I'm like, don't split up the party, guys. And they're like, oh, but this dungeon's big, and I'm like, don't split up the party, guys. And what
It
would
is
happen?
the worst fucking thing
And
to split up the group because it is the typical like, oh, one part of the group is down and the other one has to go the other way around to find you guys again.
And yeah, and what happened? The party would split up, and then my Arvis, or sorry, Thios would just be like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
Lord Paylor, please shine the light so we can figure this all out." And then so like basically, I wanted him to be a fighter, and then it didn't truly make sense because he could still access his clerical powers. So I'm like, okay, well, what if I go paladin, and he just this is when I think the Complete Divine had just came out, and there was a paladin like build where um, you could be a inquisitor build, and
Mm,
so what Thios became was an inquisitor, because he was a cleric paladin,
mm,
and or no, it was a guardian build, something similar to that. But it was basically like he basically double dipped into the divine realm in order to protect people, and he gained
yeah.
even more powers, more paladin powers, and more clerical abilities by trying to protect people. So it was really cool
Okay.
build. Um, and yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um,
That's fine.
but yeah, and then Arvis is the third one, and he is a Black Order paladin, and Black Order paladins are like the redeemed sinner, or the what's it called, or a person that um, constantly um, like they may have committed a heinous act, but they truly wish to repent, so they become
Mm,
penitent, and they willingly join this order. Think of it like the Night's Watch, except instead of hey, you either join or you die. Um, this
you
is
have to repent for your
yeah, yeah. This is you must be willing to repent. You must be willing to join the order.
yeah.
Um,
It is a choice, but if you join, you have to repent and prove
yeah,
that
yeah.
you regret whatever
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
Arvis was a cultist, was a turgigist, a belief in demonology and all that stuff. Tried to summon a demon in order. I mean, he was doing it for the right reasons, but in the end, power corrupts, and he became corrupted. Um, uh,
Yeah.
and uh, you know, when he finally realized the error of his ways, he was facing an executioner's axe.
Hmm.
Um, and instead of he was actually perfectly fine. He was like, you know what? I am beyond repent. I am beyond saving. He actually said it.
Hmm.
He like I actually had to role play out why I this character should have even get the chance of joining the Black Order. And I
Yeah.
was like, and Arvis, he was like, you know what, I am beyond saving. In all of
Yeah.
your eyes, like I am a monster, an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Um, uh, so I accept this sentence of death, and
Mm.
he basically admitted all of his guilt. He realized that he was wrong, and he was like,
Mm.
if I cannot convince you here, then let allow my death to convince you otherwise." So as he was about to submit to death, Heronius sent down the burning angel, Saint Aspira, and she basically um, spared his life, stayed the executioner's hand, and was like, "This person deserves a chance at redemption. We have the Lord of Lightning has seen his heart, and he deems it pure." So it was like divine intervention, basically.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a paladin. Um, uh, and then the Black Order is basically he seeks out the Black Order. The Black Order takes him in. He gets the shit kicked out of him as part of part of his penitence. He always carries a flail and whips himself as part of his penitence of blood. Um,
Yeah.
Black Order is very much like on brand, broody. I'm a
Yeah.
sinner.
Yep. Yep.
Brr,
Yep.
you know. Um, Depending on your sins, you always wear black armor, right? But
Always.
depending on your sin, you have a face mask that is a death mask. Have you ever seen Kingdom of Heaven?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know King Baldwin, the king of Jerusalem?
King. Oh, let me have a quick look. King Baldwin was played by Edward Norton. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take that concept because the actual King Baldwin uh, um, was a leper, and he wore a death mask, and the death mask. I took that little bit of inspiration, changed it a little bit, so it wasn't the face of a person; it was the skull of a person, or it
Mm.
was a skull of a wolf, a skull of a snarling demon, a skull of a dragon, um, a skull of a human, which is what Arvis's sin was,
Mm.
um, and it could be silver and red. Like that. The only color was it could be silver, bronze, gold. I think copper, brass, and then the tracery of the pattern of the actual skull could be red, gold, uh, blue, green, something similar to that, where like that was the only color of the face. And
Yeah.
then on the armor itself, it was always black armor with red tracery, with red etchings that were like hexagrammatic or tetragrammatic,
Mm.
um, warding and all that stuff. And on the armor itself, you had the sins of whatever, which was etched in the edging of the plate mail and all that stuff. And it was basically
Yeah.
the sins that the person had created. The only time where a Black Order member could erase those sins is that if they did an act of penitence that was so great that it erased the sin, and then they could scratch off that, and then in gold painting, mark like Arvis had breaker of chains because he freed a bunch of slaves, so he was allowed to have that on his armor. That was the only gold paint he ever had.
Mm.
Um, uh, Mainly because I didn't get to play him much, so his storyline never progressed. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, I it was um, Arvis Arvis matches Karlak, except Arvis is somber in his um, contrition, where Karlak is like she's happy because she's free, And yes,
Yeah.
she's haunted by the stuff that she had to do in the Blood War during Avernus, but she's happy that she's with somebody that uh, believes in like justice and liberty and love and prosperity. So when I created Arvis, I didn't know Karlach was in the game, but so at first I was thinking, oh, Shadowheart and Arvis, that makes sense because Shadowheart worships Lady Shar, and even though Lady Shar's evil, I think Arvis
Mm.
could like in character, Arvis could try and like convince Shadowheart,
Yeah.
like, hey, Shar's not that nice. Like, just because she saved your ass or one of her followers saved your ass does not mean that she's the right person for you. You
Uh-uh.
know, and then, but when I get introduced to Karlach and I heard her story, I was like, oh, those two are a match made in heaven. so,
Hmm.
so I was like, here you have a literal tiefling fighting a literal blood war against her will because people are evil and awful, and here you have a person
Mm.
that's like seeking redemption, um, and believes himself beyond redemption. And you have Karlach basically being like, "No, life is good as long as you're fighting for the right things." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
"They're perfect for each other." Like,
I love Karlach. I love the fact that Karlach is so straightforward without realizing she's straightforward because it's just
well,
she's gonna go tell you, "Oh, I love you,"
yeah, well,
but then realize.
but that's the thing about Karlach is that when you're in a shitty situation so long where you repress your emotions,
Hmm.
you know, um,
Yeah.
for such a long time, it's just like a faucet, or not a faucet. It's more like a dam, a dam
Yeah.
breaking. You're just getting flooded with like true emotion and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's like it either Shadowheart or Karlach would be um, like a truly awesome uh, pairing for Arvis. But yeah. So I don't know. I haven't.
I I
Yeah. Go ahead.
I always end up romancing Astarion. I just
Yeah.
can't get enough of his
Everyone
attitude. It's
everyone
his.
loves Astarion. Everyone loves some Astarion. There are some people. I know some people like Gale, and I know um, a few people like Halson.
I don't get Halcyon because when you get to a certain scene, I'm not gonna say it out loud because you're streaming. 18 plus scene. There's
Yeah,
an
yeah, no, no,
18
no, no,
plus
no.
scene.
I'm
Quite,
where,
quite, yeah,
yeah, I'm.
quite early on. You get a choice, and all of my friends I know who has chosen Halcyon has gone with the bear. You can pick if you do the bear or him,
Eh,
and they pick the bear. They pick the fucking bear, and I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. I like my sassy vampire. I like the fact that he needs help with the tattoo on the back, and I get to help him through all of that. I like that there is drama, and then he ends up admitting that, oh, I love you too much to let you go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need that. I don't do the bear. I do. I have romance Karlag, and I am happy with my choice. And I have done a certain male tiefling or demon that you find that looks like Raphael, which is not Raphael, but he looks like him. I've done him as well.
Yeah.
And the twins. Do not forget the twins.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far. I haven't gotten that far to recruit the twins. Um, but yeah,
Oh, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
but I love Karlach. Karlach and Shadowheart are like the best fit for Arvis. I don't know if Generod would romance if I made Generod or Thios. Probably if I did. I mean, I have made other characters, but those are like my three go tos: Generod, Arvis, and Thios.
I've heard
Um,
Lae'zel should be quite good to romance, but I honestly
She
don't
is
know.
she is such a pain in the ass sometimes. Like like at the beginning I was like, "Oh, she has nails on a chalkboard." But at the same time, like I kept her at camp because like there were times where I wanted to be merciful,
Mm-hmm.
and if I
She's not
had
merciful.
if I had her in the party, she wouldn't be merciful. But now that I've got her, now that I've actually got her to the point at the creche,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is why I really do not want to have to restart Act One all over again
Mm-hmm.
because of 3.5 or because of patch 5. But if maybe what I can do is go back to the Goblin Camp and see if I can't knock out Minthara and
Oh,
try and
I'd get her if I could if I were you. I mean, I murdered begurted her, but I've heard she's quite good to have on your team.
yeah, but I don't want her on a team. I want her like as like a character to actually role play with. Like yeah,
Mm.
she's she's a great um I have a feeling that she is like a great uh asset if you're not playing like a
Mm.
mainline battle fighter, which is what
Mm.
Arvis is. Arvis is a paladin. Like he tap dances on a lot of things. Um
And she's good at the front line.
yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think that's what I'll do is I'll go back to the Goblin Camp because I think right before then I had done literally everything. Um, I don't know.
Have you done the hag in the swamp?
Yes, I did do Ethel.
Did you manage to save the girl, or did you?
Oh, it was weird. So my first playthrough, I saved the girl, and then I killed
Yeah.
the husband, and then killed the girl.
Oh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and I hated that because I'm like, no, because like that was the one thing I did not like about that particular encounter because my actual character Arvis would be like, look, I understand you love your husband, but this hag
Mm-hmm.
lied to you, and that corpse is a zombie. You literally have a control rod,
Yeah.
like that
That's what
corp
I did.
that corpse is a zombie. You can't. We should not raise your. We should not. Because at first I was like, okay, we could use the artifact because like Arvis doesn't know if the hag was telling the truth or not. Like he had a
Mm.
feeling, but you know, if he could bring back, and this was the rationale, if I could bring back someone's loved one and nothing happened to them, no ill
Yeah.
happened to them, then I have done good.
Mm. Yeah.
If, you know, I have
You
done good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is that when I did that, I was like, oh no, he's a zombie.
Yeah.
Crap. And so I'm like, okay, I now have to kill the zombie, and
Mm.
that's why I was like, God damn! And I ended up killing the girl too. I reloaded it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna raise the zombie because that's what Arvis would do. And instead of killing the zombie, I will then allow the girl with the control rod to take the zombie. It's
Yeah.
not what Arvis would do at all. 100% was not what my character would do at all. But um,
I
because
mean,
Arvis would try and talk her out of it and basically be like, look, that's not your husband anymore. I am
yeah.
sorry I gave you false hope. That is my fault. But we should have never trusted the hag, and I did not necessarily know what kind of magics we were dealing with, but I was trying to
Mm.
do good. And then like do it that way and like use diplomacy and reason to talk her off that ledge and be like, we should do what we should have left your husband in the ground. We have made a
Yeah.
mistake. Let us correct it. And I will make sure that your husband dies swiftly, like dies again swiftly, and then like is consecrated in like a true burial ground. Like
Mm.
we will take your husband to like the like whatever church he believed in or whatever the case is, whatever God he
Yeah.
believed in, and I will make sure that his corpse is consecrated in that ground. Like that's what I would have done as
Yeah.
Arvis. they didn't give us that option. So
No.
it was either like you leave the husband in the ground, you raise the husband to give the zombie husband to the wife, or raise the zombie husband, kill the zombie husband, kill the wife. Um, and
I I didn't realize that when you did that quest line that you would end up raising and making it a zombie. And she kept pleading so much that I just ended up giving her the wand and told her to like move to somewhere where she wouldn't bother anyone.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's pretty much what I ended up.
I think I told her to go to the church of. There's like a church in Baldur's Gate, or at least I don't know if it's in Baldur's Gate in this particular game, but there is a church in Baldur's Gate. I think it's Ilmatar. It's either Ilmatar or Torm that deals with curses and dark magic. And I'm like, you
Uh,
need to go there and
no,
and get your figure out how to fix your husband.
I don't
Um,
think there's any churches in the third one except the ruins that you enter at one point.
no. Like the Baldur's Gate church. Like I know in the city of Baldur's Gate. Um,
Yeah, there is a church in there.
um,
Uh,
but yeah, I
Temple
haven't
of
got.
Helm?
Huh?
Is it the Temple of Helm or Temple of Bahamut?
Oh, it's one of them. It like I know that there's a massive. I know. I think I can't remember which one I sent her to, but I it was one of the ones that I was like, hey, they could probably help you out. Um.
Yeah, there's
Uh.
quite a lot of different ones apparently.
But yeah. But yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
Anyway. Well.
I
This was.
said I told the poor girl to run off with her husband and never look back.
It's so. But yeah. I. Yeah. So I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and resave and hopefully I can recruit her. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and so that's basically all I've got right now. Uh, and then yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, this
yeah,
thank you for joining me for the unofficial chat.
yeah. No, no worries. This was not planned.
Uh,
Very spontaneous,
ab-
and
absolute,
yeah,
absolutely. This was not planned at all. Very spontaneous. And I thank you for joining me for the stream. I
yeah.
know
No
you're
worries.
busy. But yeah.
No, 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 no. The husband is working until like 9 tonight, so
Oh.
I am home alone.
Well, I mean busy. I know you're normally busy.
No,
Um,
really, yeah, but normally I also still have you running in the background while I'm sat and working.
oh, yay! Shout out to all my lurkers. I love you all. Uh,
All the lurkers are the best lurkers.
yeah, all lurkers are best lurkers. Anyway, thank you all for joining me for this spontaneous and episode. I wish everyone a happy holidays, a safe new year. May your successes be many, your defeats be few, and may you learn from all of your trials and tribulations, and uh, become a better person. Like I said, I cannot wait to start streaming more regularly, only because by virtue of me being on mids, I have to stay up anyway. And like I said, I don't know who I'm going to give this old war rig to. But it is going to be refurbished and serviced and cleaned and made sure that it's all good to go. Um, and then I might I haven't figured out who I'm going to give it to because really I don't have anyone in mind. But it's still a decent for a 6 year old rig. It's still a decent rig. So
Hmm.
there's that. Anyway, My name is Commissar Hecht. I will see everyone in the next episode, hopefully with the new war rig up to date. I got to clean up around the house a little bit. There's toys scattered every which way from the girls. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.